Yes. It is what it is. Stay strong, bro. Wepo. We are here with you. Stay strong. One love, bro. As in Wepo being forced to retire over the hereditary health condition. From all people from Africa, one love, bro. Stay strong. We're with you in prayers. Keep it up, bro. Stay strong, my man. Yes. On this note, I want to welcome everybody into this show. Come on, let's do this. Yes. I tell you guys, it is what it is. Back again after a successful weekend. Some club are in the mud right now. You know what I'm talking about. Let me tell you something. The Don is in the building. Professor Tuchel in the building. I tell you, this is how we roll. It's all about Monday Sports Review Show. Action packed. We have today the EPL results and some other league. I tell you guys, we have the star player of the week. Come on, drop it. The review matches of Arsenal versus Liverpool. We're going to talk about it. Likewise, Everton, Manchester United. People, we're going to talk about it. We also going to talk about the VAR game. God damn it. VAR again. VAR in the mud, VAR in shambles. The handball decision, we're going to talk about it. So on this note, I welcome everybody into this show. This is Intercontinental Sports TV. The Don in the building. Professor in the building. We're also going to look at the top 10 African players this week. Don't forget, Intercontinental Sports TV. We always follow up with all our African brothers in the diaspora doing very well, making us proud in Africa. This is the channel you get it from. I tell you, we're ready. All right, sit back, guys. Let's do this. Professor Tuchel in the building. What's going on, Prof? Talk to me.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show today.
All right.
It was a beautiful weekend of football.
Yes.
A lot of talking points. You know, I mean, the star game of the week was the Liverpool-Arsenal game, and it was a fantastic game. It was good to see Arsenal, move up another level and be much more competitive, to get the better of Liverpool and show a lot of greater character. And tell everybody that they're ready to possibly even challenge for the title. Who knows? So it's good to be here again on a Monday evening.
All right, what's going on, bro? This is us, Intercontinental Sport TV. Welcoming Professor Tuchel in the building. It is what it is. All right, one moment. Yes. I tell you, this is the talking points. Right now, we're going to look at the results so far over the weekend. How you doing, Prof? Good to see you, man.
I'm very well. It's a chilled evening in Lagos, Nigeria today. So,
all right. Same here too. It's chilly here, right? Yeah, it's chilly. Everywhere's it's chilly here. Let's first of all look at this man. I want us to talk about this great gentleman. Wepo being forced to retire over the hereditary heart condition. Professor Tuchel, what do you think?
Look, it's a very sad news that came out earlier this morning, about 8 hours ago. That Wepo has been diagnosed with an hereditary heart condition. It's very very sad because I mean when I read that news, I thought about the Christian Eriksen situation at the Euros when he slumped, and because I watched that game live and I could see that I was really scared for him. So I feel like they're trying to avoid things like that happening. So they had to advise him early to retire from playing football. He's a young man. They said he's extremely likely to suffer a cardiac arrest if he continues to play football. So this 24-year-old, very young. I think he said he fell ill on the flight to link up with his Zambian teammates in the international break last month, and then after diagnosing him, then they decided that it's better that he retires from football. So we wish him the best. Very sharp player. I've seen him a couple times play for Brighton, under Graham Potter. Yeah. So we wish him the best. Hopefully he can get a job, maybe a coaching. He can go for his coaching. Yeah, maybe he can go for his coaching badges and become a coach or a manager in future. We wish him well.
Yeah, thank you so much, Prof. That's our brother from another mother I'm talking about in Liverpool. Prof, let's look at the result we had over the weekend. Brighton winning their game over Leicester City. Chelsea winning over Wolves. Is there anything you want to comment about your match, Prof? Chelsea Wolves.
It was a good game. Yeah, Chelsea Wolves. It was look, after the win against Milan and Stamford Bridge, it was I wanted to see what the boys would do in the Premier League game, and they came out very very sharp. The boys were very sharp. Gallagher played fantastic football. Loftus-Cheek was very solid in the middle of the park. The manager made about 7 changes. Trying to keep the team happy. Yeah, so it was good to see to see that, and all the players coming into the fold. It was a great goal by Havertz at first, and then subsequent goals by I think Armando Broja scored the last one, and Christian Pulisic the second goal. So look, it was just a fantastic game, business as usual for Chelsea. I think they are rating back gradually under the new manager, and it was also good to finally give a farewell to Diego. Yeah, it was also good to give a farewell to the
very emotional.
Who who wasn't given a chance and opportunity to be given a good send for.
Yes, I love the way. I mean, yeah.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was very emotional. Can you hear me, please?
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead, bro. I can hear you. I think he's in the building right now. He's standing by. He's happy. He's a Arsenal fan to the core. I'm going to welcome Heiz. What's going on, bro? Arsenal 3, Liverpool 0. Oh, sorry, Liverpool 2.
Celebrate good times. Come on. We're happy. We're happy to be where we are at this time. Good to be an Arsenal fan.
Yeah.
Buzzing. Massive 3 points gained at the Emirates on Sunday yesterday against Liverpool, because the recent meetings between Liverpool and Arsenal, ever since Jurgen Klopp took over, Jurgen Klopp has dominated us. I think Arteta has just won Jurgen Klopp twice. That was once in the EPL and once in the Community Shield. So getting that 3 points on Sunday yesterday was massive. And a lot of people say we've not played any big teams yet. Won 8 out of 9, 24 points, sitting at the top. A lot of people say we've not played any big team yet. That now the test is to meet Manchester City. So they keep shifting the goalpost. Before, they said we've not played any big team. Now we defeated Liverpool. We defeated Spurs. Yes, Spurs is not a big team, actually. We defeated Spurs, defeated Liverpool. Now the test is Manchester City. So we wait, hopefully. God help us.
All right, you're welcome to the show. He is straight up Man City winning over Southampton. No doubt about it. It's always business as usual. Man City cruising as well. Newcastle, it really shocked me. I tell you, 5-1 to Brentford. And also Brighton losing their match against Spurs as a lone goal scored by Kane. And on Sunday, we had Crystal Palace cruising over Leeds United. West Ham winning their match with 3-1 over Fulham. And the magic day, the magic match, as Arsenal winning over Liverpool. So many controversial. We're going to discuss it on this show. And also Manchester United traveling all the way to Goodison Park to catch up with 3 points. Robbie in the building. Robbie, what's going on? Can you hear me? Hey, Robbie. Can you hear me from your side? Robbie? Yeah, so much noise from your background. Can you reduce it? You're live. So much noise from there. And also, there's going to be a match today between Nottingham Forest and Aston Villa. It is what it is. So today, the most turning point discussion for today, as we have said, is about the results over the weekend, which we've done that. And let's look at the table. Arsenal sitting pretty, very well, comfortably on the EPL league. You can see that Arsenal with 24 points. Man City following them with 23 points. Same game played. Wow. And Tottenham having 20 points. You can see that. Chelsea cruising as well. We're just 16 points. Manchester United just 1 point behind Chelsea. That's what we have. And also Newcastle in 6th position, sitting pretty well. Brighton number 7 with 14 points. Bournemouth at number 8 with 12 points. Fulham 9. They've played 9 games with 11. They are number 9 position. Number 10, funny, that club is in the mud. I'm trying to hook up with the message I got from Troll Football. I tell you, they are in the mud. I'm talking about Liverpool. Liverpool in the mud. Somebody wrote this. Said Liverpool are 10th in the league with 10 points on the 10th day of the 10th month after selling their number 10 to the team who won 11 titles in a row. That is being copied by Troll Football. It is what it is. I tell you, Liverpool in the mud. Let's go to the next one. Prof, there's so much noise from your background. And we can see Brentford as well with 10 points. Everton 10 points. West Ham 10 points. And Leeds United 9 points. You can see that Wolves, Leicester City, Nottingham Forest, they are in trouble. They're in the relegation battle. They're going to fight to the end. I think Leicester, they are not supposed to be there. But what can I say? It has been fantastic. Many controversy has been going on about this match, but we're going to come there. I'm talking about the VAR decision. But before then, let's quickly look at this topic again. The star player of this week, I tell you, is this main man, CR7, 700 goals. That's the player of the week. Fantastic player, scoring that beautiful goal. Hey, what can you say about this guy? I hope you want to have this kind of player in your team. I'm talking about this great guy, the star player of the week. What can you say about this guy? Give it to you.
You know, Ronaldo, for me, football currently, you're either on the Messi side or you're on the Ronaldo side.
Yeah.
So, well, funny enough, I fall on the Ronaldo side because I've been a fan of him ever since he started, even as his Manchester United days when he made his debut. And he played fantastically well, moved to Real Madrid. Wow. Real Madrid moved to Juventus, and Juventus back to Manchester United now. His career has been full. Yeah, his career has been full of what any young up and coming footballer at this moment be looking up to. He's a fantastic player, put in the grit, put in the work, because he understands the basics of having to work hard, because he knows life is not fair. Life will not give you things on a platter of gold. You have to put in the hard work, which he has done. We hear stories of him, even when he was in his first stint at Manchester United. He's always the first to come to the training ground, and is also the last to leave. So that shows the work ethic he has as a player. and you can see the result. And this is not just for club. I think it's a combination of club and country. And we've seen what he has done for his country as well. Won them the UEFA Nations League, won them the European Championship. For me, it's and I know it is 700 and still counting. Hoping if Eric Ten Hag decides to start him, if not for Martial that got injured in yesterday's match, possibly Ronaldo might not even have nicked in a goal yesterday. But luck was on his side yesterday. Everything favored him. 700 goals with a win. Fantastic record being set.
Yeah, somebody was telling me something about can Erling Haaland equal this guy's goals record? I'm talking about Erling Haaland of Manchester City. You are smiling. I said, if this guy could, that means he has to be scoring 40 goals like for 10 seasons.
Well, I think I saw something on Twitter. I saw something on Twitter today. Messi has scored 691. I don't know if that stats is right.
Yeah, so I saw
his 9 goals. So his 9 goals short of Ronaldo's record. And Messi has played lesser games in terms of the games he has played in all his career. Messi still has to go to the World Cup. Argentina is going to the World Cup and they are favourite. And he's going to have a good... Argentina is playing well at the moment. Even PSG, despite a horrendous performance from them over the weekend, having a barren draw with Nems or Rems or whatever the name of the club is. But, Erling Haaland, impossible is nothing. Who says he cannot catch up? But if he ever wants to catch up, if he dares to dream, he has to put in the work ethic, score goals for not just club, for also for country. And let's see if he can catch up with Messi or Ronaldo.
I tell you, bro. Robbie, can you hear me from your side?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear.
All right, Robbie, talk to me about this guy. What do you think? I'm talking about the CR. They call him CR 700.
Good evening, guys. It's good to be on the show once again. For Cristiano Ronaldo, just like he is rightly said, because I was surprised yesterday that I was not part of the starting lineup for Manchester United. And just like he is rightly said once again, luck faith smiled on Ronaldo yesterday due to the injury to Anthony Martial. And of course, he came on yesterday and he not just scoring the 700 goal was not even the issue. And the issue for him, despite having a very, very torrid week, last week we saw him against Omonia Nicosia, he practically was caught a frustrated figure in that encounter because Martial and Rashford came off the bench to get the goals for United in that very, very important victory for Manchester United last week. So, and of course, Ronaldo did everything a proper footballer would do in that match. The goalkeeper, the ball just refused to go in for him. He hit the woodwork. The goalkeeper was on hand to save a couple of shots, and of course, some really did not fall for him the way he would have wanted. But yesterday, the goal he scored not just was a personal milestone for him. The goal ultimately saw United back the all-important 3 points in that encounter. So I think it's a win-win, not just for Ronaldo, but also for Manchester United yesterday. And of course, just like he said, it is 700 goals and counting for Ronaldo. Let's see how things pan out going forward, because as it is right now, he will still score some goals this season. Yes, it is not the start he wants right now as a player, but going forward, I think Ronaldo should get over 15 goals for United this season. Even if he leaves United, whatever club he plays for, he will still get about 15 goals plus.
Absolutely.
Yes, he will still score. He will still score.
All right, thank you so much, Robbie. Let's get to this. I want to talk about the review match, the matches over the weekend. We are going to talk about Arsenal versus Liverpool. I have Is in the building. Is, talk to me. What's the turning point about that? I mean, your own review about your game. Talk to me, Is.
Well, basically, I know I'm wearing an Arsenal jersey right now, so people might say I'm biased, whatever I'm saying right now. I'm pumped. 3 points against Liverpool. Like I said, prior to yesterday's game, Liverpool have dominated Arsenal. Ever since Klopp took over, I think the tide changed. They've won every game that they've played against Arsenal. And when I say winning, it's not just winning. They've won in greater margins, 4-1, 5-1. I can remember the 5-1 defeat when Unai Emery was our head coach. Out the last days of Wenger, 5-1 with Robbie Firmino turning into Messi, dribbling all our defenders and scoring. So, Arsenal have been on the back foot whenever we play Liverpool. And we saw what happened last season in that game at the Emirates. Arteta said it in his press conference that you could see the gap is closing little by little. Just one or two other things that they needed to add to see and how they can compete toe-to-toe with Liverpool. And we saw what happened yesterday, starting on the front foot, hitting Liverpool, despite, and one thing people have been saying ever since that game yesterday was Arsenal played a Liverpool that is not in form. But in football, you have to beat what is in front of you. If you don't beat what is in front of you, people will come out for you. And Arsenal had to do that, either by crook or hook, whatever. Arsenal were favoured. A lot of people were saying the penalty was not a penalty. The handball, Gabriel Jesus.
Actually, we're coming to that penalty.
Yeah,
that
I know. I just wanted to touch light on it. A lot of comments were said, but and funny enough, Arsenal has always been on the wrong side of refereeing decision for the past how many seasons. We see soft penalties being given. A case in point, when Unai Emery was the head coach, Arsenal Crystal Palace, a blatant penalty at the end of the game, 90 minutes, when the defender, what's his name? No, the midfielder, Mitrovic, or what's his name? It has one funny name. Crystal Palace midfielder blatantly took out Chambers in the box. VAR reviewed it and they said it wasn't a penalty. A case in point this season, Aston Villa as well. The Aston Villa midfielder holding Ramsdale on the goal line and they played a corner kick. It entered. VAR reviewed it. They said it wasn't an infringement. So Arsenal have been on the negative part of VAR. So for them to have been favored this Sunday, I don't think is a big task. I know a lot of people will be pained, but 3 points was gained. And I will not leave this out. Arsenal played. I think the mentality has changed. Before, I'm an Arsenal fan. Before, Arsenal taking the lead, Liverpool coming back. We all know what's going to happen next. Liverpool's going to run us ragged and take the win. But we saw what happened yesterday. Liverpool equalized yesterday. And there's something I noticed. The fans, they've turned the Emirates into a fortress. You saw the massive support yesterday, despite Arsenal, despite Liverpool coming back into the game. The fans turned it up. We went 2-1. Liverpool came 2-2. We turned it up again. And you could see the support there was massive. And the mentality, which we keep saying, we saw the video I don't know what video, Aubameyang was talking trash. We don't want players like that. The mentality should change. And these are the kind of players that Arteta have been looking for. Players with mentality, players with winning mentality. And we saw that yesterday. 3 points to the Arsenal. I know I'm pumped. So whatever I'm saying, you people might say I'm biased, but who cares? 3 points in the bag.
I tell you, Prof, what's your own review about that match? What's your own review about that match?
It was a fantastic game. Look, Arsenal played very well. Honestly, they did. And kudos to Mikel Arteta for doing a little work on Mo Salah. I mean, Mo Salah has not been in the best form, but he started Tomiyasu there, and I can tell you, as Mo Salah is still in Tomiyasu's pockets as we speak. Because that is the type of game that you feel if Salah can get a goal, then his season might be up and running because it's been absolutely poor this season. But all round, it was a good game by Arsenal. I mean, they showed grit, they showed character. Arsenal, these are the things, like he said, these are the things they've been lacking, for years now. Arteta is gradually bringing it back. I would still say they shouldn't get carried away because, I mean, season just started. They're still going to get into the thick of things. There's still the World Cup to come to stop that momentum. And before we get into the real mid-season issues that would have, but then so far so good. They've been very, very good. All the team is coming together. Gabriel Martinelli, oh my God, is such a great player. He's such a good player. The way he moves with the ball, give Alexander-Arnold the torrid time all through the game. So the Saka getting his goal, Jesus, always works very hard and everything. So it was a good game on the Arsenal part. On Liverpool's part,
I want you to talk about that Liverpool team. I want you to talk about the position for this trends. I mean, it played woefully. I mean,
yesterday I was listening to to talk sport, and one of the points they said, Alexander Arnold has the defending of a League Two side, of a Championship side, and the attacking of a Champions League a player. So he attacks like a Champions League player, defends like a Championship player, and that is fact. This boy just cannot defend. The whole Liverpool, everybody knows it. So I think Klopp is a little bit rigid in not trying out what everybody's saying. Try him in the midfield. Your midfield is lacking legs. Liverpool's midfield right now is lacking legs because Milner is old, Henderson is old, Fabio is out of form, Keita and Chamberlain are always injured. Why not use Alexander Arnold there and probably use the right back, maybe Joe Gomez, somebody who is a little bit more solid defensively than Arnold, and take it from there. So I think Klopp is a little bit rigid with his tactics, and I think it's not paying him off at the moment. The whole team right now are not performing. The bright spot for Liverpool was Darwin Núñez. He was constantly making good runs, and he came up with his goal. He got his goal, which is very good for him. But I think that was the only bright spot I could see in the game. Diaz got out injured. That's a big blow for them again, going to the Champions League, and they have Man City next week. Look, I personally think they will get crumbled by Man City at Anfield, and that will just be it for them. So, Klopp has to find a way. He has to find a way to galvanize that team because they are really, really going. They are really heading downwards so fast at the moment.
Yeah, it is what it is. Welcome, Kunle, to the show. Kunle, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Good evening, and good evening to everyone. Hope you're all doing. Thank you. Yeah.
All right, Kunle, I want to start with you about this Everton versus Manchester United review. What's your review about that match? Kunle, go for it, please.
I had something to say on Arsenal Liverpool, though. I don't know if I can go with that. If I can go on that first, please.
You can go just
okay.
Because of our time, 2 minutes.
Yeah. What I just want to say, and I know he's might come for me, but but I think I said something yesterday that Arsenal should not get carried away because they beat Liverpool. Because as far as I'm concerned, Liverpool are terrible. So a win, I knew Arsenal were going to beat Liverpool. Let's forget that, okay, it was kind of a keenly contested match. Yes, 3-2. It was closely fought. But I was very confident that Arsenal was good. Even at 2-2, I knew Arsenal were going to get that goal because Liverpool are just not themselves. And I think Prof was alluding to some of those things that was being said. Like, look at it. Alexander Arnold at the end of the day had to be taken off at the second half. This is the first time. I can't remember when Alexander Arnold had to be taken off, where he had to be substituted so early. That is because he was being exposed, and it just makes me wonder. And he brought in Joe Gomez, and it was then I remember that Joe Gomez can play across the defense line. He can play as a left back. He can play as a right back. Why hasn't Klopp been doing that? And like Prof rightly mentioned, why couldn't Klopp experiment with Alexander Arnold in midfield, knowing very well he has passing range that is similar to the likes of Kevin De Bruyne? So for me, Arsenal beating Liverpool was nothing because Liverpool are not good. Brighton had them score 3 goals against them. 3 goals from one player, Trossard. Manchester United, who haven't been at their best, beat them. So as far as I'm concerned, I think anybody will have an easy run against this Liverpool until they get the act right. So that's what I just wanted to say about us. It's a good win, no doubt. Morale boosting, but they should not get ahead of themselves.
Hold on. He wants to come for you right now.
Yeah, I knew. I've been seeing this.
The point here is nobody is getting carried away. The fans could get crazy. Like for me, I wanted that win because for 7 years now, Liverpool have dominated us.
I knew it was coming. I knew.
That's what I'm saying. If you look at the way they dominated us, it's not just 1-0, 5-1, 4-1. So having won against them, this will be the third time Arteta will be defeating Jurgen Klopp in his entire career. We saw that it was a freak win during lockdown when we won them 2-1 at the Emirates. It was a freak win, really, when there were no fans.
Yeah.
But the thing is, we the fans might get carried away, might be pumped, might say all what we want. But the players are focused. The management, they're focused. The managers, they are focused. They know what they want. They're taking a game, a step, a pace. So nobody would say, I as an Arsenal fan would not say we're winning the title. Where? But the dream or the goal is top 4. We've not made Champions League in the past 6 years now. So if we make the Champions League this year, is a big feat. And defeating Liverpool, this is a team that has dominated England, contested keenly with Man City. So yes, Brighton could have joined them. Manchester United could have won them. But for Arsenal, it speaks more about the project. It speaks more about the process. It speaks more about how far we have come. And I'm so happy. And I'm so happy at this time, people are saying the main test now is Man City. It just shows how far we have grown. So I'm going to take every bit of celebration I can celebrate right now because we won Liverpool 3 points.
No, I think I personally think Arsenal fans can enjoy it. Okay, look, they are not getting carried away. They have every right to enjoy it, to enjoy the fact, and then they are going to take a massive confidence. Forget whether Liverpool is out of form or not. It's a huge confidence for them going forward that they've beaten Liverpool, who have been challengers for 4-5 years now, and they can take that as a positive for them.
The truth
sad
is,
news just came in this evening. The sad news just keeps getting worse for Liverpool. Diaz will be out for 10 games.
10 games.
He's injured. 10 games.
Who?
So it just keeps getting worse.
Yeah.
Who is
Diaz, rather. Diaz.
Diaz.
Yep.
Wow.
And we don't know what's coming for Henderson because we saw that scuffle. Yeah, we saw that scuffle that happened. He possibly might have said something crazy.
There's an investigation going as such that.
So
They
I
are
just
finished.
feel.
Kai.
I just feel.
I think they're
I
crumbling.
keep
I
saying.
think Liverpool are crumbling. I think they're crumbling.
I just.
people, as far as this Liverpool kind of reminds me. It's like Liverpool has become Manchester United, kind of. The Manchester United that was always fumbling.
What I say?
Allow me to get the laugh, please.
Wait, I'm being serious. Everyone is going to start taking points off Liverpool the way clubs were taking points off. Remember how clubs were taking points off Manchester United last season under Rangnick, where everything just collapsed. I think I am seeing that with Liverpool as well. So trust me, everybody will see. Don't picture Liverpool as that Liverpool of those dominant years. They are gone. That's not the current Liverpool.
This is what happens when you fail to rejig the team. I think that midfield it's clear enough. They needed a rejig in that midfield, and you can see they've Van Dijk have carried that Liverpool defense for the entire 3 seasons. He was just a Superman. Now Van Dijk is out of sorts. He's no more, and you can see everything just crumbling. Well, I hope.
And the signing of Ottomelo. I think Jurgen Klopp should be questioned a little bit. I think he has some questions to answer as well. The signing of Ottomelo from Juve, I don't understand that signing. Liverpool fans said it's a signing for the training ground. He has never kicked a ball. I don't know how many games he's going to play. He's injured now. He's injured now in training. Who made that decision to sign Otto when you could go for a Premier League? You could go into an average team in Premier League and get a midfielder to work hard.
Sorry. Let me quickly chip this in. Please. I think the signing of Ottomelo more or less can be likened to a certain player in Manchester United. That is Phil Jones. So I think Ottomelo is in Liverpool to just collect the kind of money Phil Jones has been collecting. That is during his time at Manchester United. So I think they should enjoy that one for now, right? As it is.
Now, quickly, let's move on to Manchester United. We won at the Goodison Park with a fantastic goal by that CR700. Kunle, please, quick one.
No.
What's your review on that match?
It's not about my own. Is not even about CR7. My own is about Anthony.
Really?
Yes. What is really? That was the goal. As in, I am beginning to see that guy as someone who will really, really help this team on the long run as the team clicks into gear. And I'm very happy because it goes to show that the desperation that the club needed, in getting him at all costs and him wanting to come, I think it's already beginning to pay off. Because let's not forget that this guy is a left-footed player who plays on the right. That is his position. So he is going to be very, very deadly. He's going to be very deadly. He's very fast. He's got ton of pace, and you can see the shot power he has. All those goals he scores reminds me of Iron Robben, those days when Robben was in Bayern Munich, where he cuts in and, fires the thing in. That guy. I don't think the Premier League has seen the best of him. And look at him now, 3 consecutive Premier League games.
Yeah.
He is going to get more as it comes. As for Ronaldo, it's a good one.
Yes.
Yes. Let me go to him because it would be wrong if I don't touch about him. Even though I don't like him again because I feel the man should realize that he should his time should be coming up. His time should be coming to an end and all. But I understand he's motivated, and it's nice that he gets to score that goal because it's probably a reminder to Ten Hag that you can't just drop me on the bench. You have to play me in some games. So it was good. That was a very, very good statement. And I think you could see in the way you could see in his emotion that he was very happy about it because Ronaldo is not someone who likes to sit on the bench. So I think Ten Hag now has a headache because now he has seen that Ronaldo can score. So Ronaldo can actually still influence games by starting. Then a good one for Casemiro, although he didn't start very well because he cost the first goal that Everton scored, scored by Alex Iwobi. But he grew into the game and he gave the pass. He gave that very beautiful pass for Ronaldo's goal. And as the game wore on, Casemiro also grew into it. And I think we were seeing glimpses of the Casemiro we saw at Real Madrid. So it is good. I think all of this shows that Manchester United might be clicking in some places. So I think the results can be coming in as fans want. But my own question is still this, because Manchester United are not still playing Ten Hag wants. And I don't know when that will come. I think it's going to take an awful amount of time because this team still has problems with passing the ball. Passing the ball is a very, very big problem for them. Having to retain possession, keeping hold of the ball is a very big problem. I don't know how Ten Hag is going to do it, but if we have to continue this way to get results, so be it. And I hope it does continue because United really does need that, they need that confidence because, last season was very terrible. So we need to, get all that past our mind and look towards the future that we can actually get closer, higher up the table where we might be closer to the teams that are doing better rather than, the likes of City, Arsenal, Liverpool. Liverpool is out of it. But you get what I mean. We are closer to those teams and competing with them rather than, the whole finishing Europa League spot, Conference League spot, and all of that. That's not where Manchester United should be. So it's a good win, and I hope that they get more wins they get more wins as games progress.
All right, let's quickly talk about the turning point for this weekend. I'm going to start with you, Ace, about this VAR. I mean, it's really, really so sad. Look at those 3 events. Now, I want to... the first one I want to talk about is that handball. That handball by your player. I'm talking of Gabriel. That was a clear handball, and referee decided not to do anything about it. I mean, it says play on. No review about the VAR. That's a gallant, a clear handball for me. And also look at that Rashford as well too. I mean, it says a handball as well. I don't think that's an handball for me. And look at also with this West Ham guy, Anthony actually touched the ball, and he said they didn't review it, and they said it's a goal. I mean, that's a turning point for this weekend. I want us to touch about this VAR decision. What's your take on this?
Yeah, so apparently, let me just start with the Arsenal Liverpool because apparently VAR reviewed it, and there's this. The rules keeps getting tweaked and keeps getting changed, every season. That of Gabriel, there is a certain rule. I think I was trying to look for it at the moment, but I couldn't get it. But part of the rules that has to do with players handling handling the ball in the penalty or in the penalty in the box 18 rather. That of Gabriel was, if you look at it, no, if you
that's
look
an
at
handball
it,
now.
no, yeah, I'm not saying it's not an handball. The ball hit Gabriel's body and hit his arm, right? But if you look at it closely, the proximity matters. The proximity of Gabriel to the opposing player was not that much. And Gabriel's hands being out, not in a natural position, wasn't trying to gain advantage in any way, or wasn't trying to use it to gain advantage over the opposing player.
But don't forget, the law says if you touch the ball, like I said,
that's
the rule.
Like I
No,
said,
no,
the
that's
rules.
not what the law said.
No,
That's not what the law
that's
said.
not what the law says actually. But it is now subjective to the officiating, to the referee and also VAR. If you notice, VAR checked it and they said there was nothing. They followed the letter. Gabriel was closer to Diego Jota while he was trying to square that ball into the box, and you could see the ball hit his body and hit his arm. A typical example I'll try to bring: last season when Arsenal was playing Burnley towards the end of the game, where the Burnley defender, the ball, his arms was even out of his natural position. His arm was out, and the ball, Arsenal were trying to win that game. I think it was 1-1 as at that time, and the ball hits the Burnley's defender, this Peterson or Pearson, I don't know that guy's name, playing the left full back for Burnley. And the referee, Eric Peters, the referee, VAR checked it and they said it's not a penalty. So the proximity, like someone just said now, proximity to Gabriel meant it wasn't to be called against Arsenal. Also, it came off Gabriel's. Exactly my point. So it is now subjective to the referee to decide. If the referee has decided yesterday that it was a pen, it's a pen.
It won't be overturned. I think it's those decisions where if you had taken it, it won't be overturned.
Yeah.
Yes, so
it won't be overturned. So yesterday they checked it, and VAR also checked it, and saw that it wasn't a pen based on the proximity of Gabriel to Diego Jota. The ones for Rashford, I felt it was too harsh because, come on, if you had allowed that for what's his name, Antonio of West Ham, hours before, because the game between West Ham and Fulham was just a few hours before the game of United and Everton. I think it was a harsh one on that of Rashford. He should have stood. But like I said, it's still subjective to the referee's decision if they are to allow it to be or allow it not to be. So like I said, it's all about the referee. For me, if he has given that pen against Arsenal, because I thought it was a pen, really. And when I now later looked at it, yes, I thought it was a pen. But in all these things, we don't know the rules. But when we now go back, after Angelina has pumped and we sit down, we look at it, truly it's in the book, it's in the letters. Apparently, the referee, Michael Oliver, followed the letter, followed the rules. And the proximity was what saved Gabriel there. That was it.
I think for me, the handball was, personally, I think it should have been harsh if Oliver picked it as a penalty, because, like we all said, the proximity of Gabriel to Diego Jota. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Go on.
Yeah. So the proximity of Gabriel to Diego Jota was too close to call for me. The Rashford one is very clear, simple. It's in the rule. Once if the ball touches your hand and you are the player that gets to score the goal, it gets cancelled. Very, very simple. The Rashford one was not a goal. It was the correct call. The Samaka one, Samaka touched the ball as well at the game against West Ham versus Fulham. Samaka touched the ball and the VAR looked at it and they did not see the handball. But when I watched the review, there was a magnifier. They magnified it and it was clearly a foul. It was clearly a foul on Samaka's hand clearly touched the ball before going to score the goal. He knew it because you could see it through his body language. He knew that his hand has touched the ball. Same thing with Antonio. It was a very, very poor referee. I don't know who the referee was. I can't remember at the West Ham game. It was a shambolic refereeing by whatever his name is called in the West Ham Fulham game. But for me, the other calls, the Rashford one and the Gabriel one was correct. I think it was correct decision. Yes.
Robbie, do you agree with them as a Manchester United fan? See what they are talking. See what these people are. Oh my goodness.
I won't draw much on the Liverpool Arsenal game because just like everybody who has talked about it rightly said, the proximity to Gabriel is too short for such a call to have been given as a penalty. It is too short, and you don't expect the defender to carry a cutlass or a scissors with him to cut it out of at that point in time. So I think it's the right call. No penalty for me. For the Rashford call, I would disagree a little bit. Why? Because at that point in time, the player has no control while in flight over what to do with the ball. There was no change in direction for the ball for the ball away from his body because the ball also was in line with him towards his run. That is towards the goal. So for me, I would have it's a harsh call. It should have been given the penalty. Yes, just like everybody rightly said, it is all based on the discretion of the referee, which brings me to the case of Antonio. If the referee could have called that, well, there are actually two different referees in this case. If the referee could have deemed that goal a legitimate goal, then the one for Rashford, I beg your pardon, should have stood as well. Because at that point, and just like I said, this is a player in flight. He has nowhere to go. There is nothing he could have done at that point in time. And from the way he handled himself, he did nothing wrong or nothing dubious to gain advantage of the ball. So at this point in time, it was just a pure case of, well, the ball could not have changed in any direction at that point in time. So the goal should have stood for me. That is just my own argument.
Robbie, are you aware that if the ball, Robbie, are you aware that if the ball ricochets off your hand, if your hand is just by your side and the ball meets your hand and goes into the net, the goal won't be counted. So it's not there's nothing So the rule is no intentions don't matter anymore. That's the rule now. Once the ball touches your hand and you go on, the exact player go on to score the goal, is ruled out. Whether it's intentional or not, that's the rule. And that was
I think they also check the position of the arm if the player is trying to gain advantage over the opponent. Like we could see in this still image Don has put up, you could see Rashford's position at that time. It wasn't as if he was aiming to use his hand to gain full advantage.
That's what I'm saying. The intentions don't matter anymore in the rule.
Exactly. But like I said, with what I heard, with the review I've heard from most officials, they keep saying that it is subject to the referee on the pitch and the VAR. It is subject to their decision. If they feel or they think that the player tried to gain undue advantage using his arm to hit the ball, they give a pen or they disallow the goal or they allow the goal stand. So in the case of West Ham, I think different officials were the one that officiated that match. So if I'm to stick with what Robbie is saying, for you to have allowed Antonio's goal to stand, definitely. In the same breath, you should allow Rashford's goals to stand. It's as simple as it is.
Kunle, do you agree?
For me, you see, when it comes to referee's decision, I think, like he said, it is based on their interpretation, how they see it. And the thing is this: when it comes to refereeing, we don't know what their own reasoning. We don't know the reason. They will never give, because that is it. So see, when it comes to all this VAR, I don't really bother about it, because I think we've already known from time that English referees have this tendency to be controversial, because you would always wonder what could be the reason, we would never know. Sometimes I feel maybe these things are actually deliberate, because it is always going to generate debate, controversy. And it also points to the fact that even with VAR, there is still controversy. Because when VAR was coming, I told people that, see, VAR is just video replay. It is how these people see it that they will use to make their decisions. VAR is not a machine, like an automated machine, like goal line technology. It is not AI. It is still the referee. They will see it. So they might actually still use bias or whatever at the end of the day. So it is how they see it, So whatever they decide to choose, Now them no. But what me I know is that we are still going to have more of these controversies. I know.
I hope it will happen to Arsenal.
Arsenal.
Well, Don, I just want to add
to Chelsea. And we'll all come back here.
No. See, last week we saw what happened. Chelsea, Crystal Palace. Thiago Silva should have been red carded.
Oh yes, that's another.
Like I said, it's subjective.
No, I don't think Thiago Silva should have been red carded. No, honestly, because if you look at the distance from where he was, I think they were recovering defenders, and you had a lot of work to do. I think it would have been hard.
Exactly. A typical example, like Robbie is saying, that crazy happens to us now. It has happened to us this season, and I talked about Aston Villa, the equalizer at the Emirates. You could see the Aston Villa player pinning Ramsdale down, and Ramsdale couldn't even move to touch the ball. It was pinned down. VAR looked at it, and the referee also looked at it, and he said it's a goal. Aston just had to.
That was the
Sure, you understand. So it has happened to every team, and I just want to stick this to Liverpool fans because I know Irit is not here. I wish he was here. I wish he was here because the thing is, they keep moaning. They just keep moaning, officiating, blah blah blah. This same Arsenal Liverpool. Look at the number of years. This past few years we've played. There are refereeing decisions that you look at some incident that happened on the pitch and you wonder, wow, why didn't VAR look at that? Why didn't referee look at that? Sadio Mane on Tierney on 2 different occasions, elbow to the face.
Yeah,
elbow to the face. Trent Alexander-Arnold on Martinelli. Is it Martinelli or Saka? High foot. So what are we saying? So there are decisions that has not favored us now in this same tie, and we took the L with our chest. So Liverpool fans, take the L with your chest, and you have a lot of work to do because Diaz is out, 10 games missing. Henderson could be in trouble. You're facing Man City next, and you know what's going to happen with the robot scoring like crazy. Come on, it's another L for Liverpool, man.
I thank God I have Elian Lag as my captain.
Klopp already has already accepted that he can't challenge for the title. 14 points adrift. But who knows what happen?
Should I point something funny out? Do you know that Bournemouth, that Liverpool beat 9-0, are above them on the table?
Can you imagine? I'm even showing it.
More testament that the Bournemouth coach has done, rather than how bad Liverpool have been.
So it doesn't. But it's Jurgen Klopp that is Liverpool's coach, the highly celebrated Jurgen Klopp. So it is still disappointing for Bournemouth to be above Liverpool, no matter. You understand?
Yeah,
no matter what.
I'm showing it now. I'm putting it on the screen for Irie to see.
Yeah. Like
I want Irie to see it.
2 points ahead.
Zoom the table, please. Zoom the tables on so that Iris can see.
But please don't underrate. Liverpool can come back.
I don't believe. I don't
underrate them.
Okay. Something is coming back.
I just remembered something. Another thing the media
feels they collapse good and they feel to
another thing the media always fail to do, because I know Arsenal, we get the pile any day, anytime. We get the pylon any day, anytime. When Aubameyang signed the new contract, 350k a week, he wasn't firing. The media came for him. When he was collecting 350, he wasn't firing. The media came for him. Now Salah signed the new contract.
I'm not hearing a lot of stick for Salah as well. I don't know why. He's not getting a lot of stick for Salah.
So it just shows how the media in England at times, I don't know if they just decide to pick a team to want to pick on. But, like they say, anything can happen. Who knows? They can start winning against Man City this weekend.
All right, guys, let's before I don't think so too. So our number 10 for this week, I'm talking about African players that did very well for this week. We're going to rush it quickly. This guy makes it number 10. That's Alex Nwobi. He was an Arsenal fan before he moves to Everton. This guy makes it number 10. What do you think? Quickly.
Well, I know the reason why he made this list was because he scored, though he lost. Yeah. So I don't know why he's on the list though. But it was a fantastic goal. I know it was it's Kunle that wrap up. Great work, then. Great work. It's not easy combing around these African players in Europe.
Yes,
but
yes.
it was a superb goal. It was a superb, great goal, and I hope he finds his feet back again because we want he will be back in his best.
Yes, yes, yes. All right, number. No, I'm looking for. I lost my number 9. Number 9. Hold on, let me. I lost my number 9 there. Okay, I got it. His name is Demola Lookman. Number 9 for this week. Demola Lookman of Nigeria. He scored it Atlanta 2-2 Syria A draw with Udinese. Demola Lookman making it number 9. Number 8 for this week is this guy, Yusufa Mokoko. Kunle, how do you pronounce this? Amukoko.
Yeah. It's Mukoko, like Mukoko, like you said, yes. Yes, it's Mukoko. A young lad.
Beware of this guy, yo. This guy can go. This guy is very good.
This very, very good. Dortmund gave him his debut at the age of, was he 16 or 15?
16.
Yes, 16. In Bundesliga, it is 17. But Dortmund pushed for the Bundesliga to change the rules so that he can play. This guy, during the youth in under 17, he scored 150. He scored up to 150 goals in the space of in the different categories, under 17s, under 9. He was that hot, and I wouldn't be surprised.
He grew up in Germany. He grew up in Germany.
No, he was born in Cameroon. Yeah, he was born in Cameroon. He moved to Germany when he was like 10 or thereabouts, and he fitted into the Dortmund academy, and he was on fire immediately. So he's doing very well with the opportunities he's getting, and I'm very sure in the coming seasons he's going to be a player that is going to be talked about in the same vein we had the likes of Haaland. I think he's only still 18 or thereabouts, or maybe close to 19, but with more opportunities, the guy is really going to improve.
All right, let's move.
Pray stays injury free, man. That's another factor.
That's another thing.
Pray stays injury free.
Number 7.
Oh, definitely.
Number 7 for this week is Eze. I saw Eze tearing Leeds United. He scored a very fantastic goal for Crystal Palace over the weekend, and it's a good one for Eze, making number 7. Number 6, because of our time, is Calvin Bassey. I want us to talk about this guy as well too. Kunle, is there anything you want to say about these guys? He scored a very good goal for Ajax.
Yes, he scored for Ajax at the weekend. But apart from that, that just adds a gloss to the fantastic defender he is.
He's a Nigerian.
Ajax this year. Of course, now, yes, full-blooded Nigerian.
We plenty,
but after being turned around by Napoli, because he suffered in that Champions League match against Napoli, man. He suffered. Napoli guys were just turning him in and out.
But don't forget that this guy is very young. I think he's still only 22. I mean, we saw him do fantastic, very well for Rangers, and him going to Ajax means that his progress is going to continue. And I won't be surprised if in the coming years a bigger club comes for him, maybe a Spanish club, an Italian club, So he's going in the right direction, and I'm very happy that he has started very well for Ajax. It shows the future is bright for him.
All right, moving straight to this main guy, Algerian guy, Riyad Mahrez, who scored in Manchester United. No, Manchester City 4-0 Premier League win over Southampton. Mahrez doing the magic over the weekend. Straight to number 4, Paul. This guy is a Nigerian too. Paul Onuachu. He scored a brace in Gangs. Hey, do you know anything about this guy?
Well, I know a couple about him. He has taken the Belgian league into his own. He keeps scoring goals. But I just feel he needs more lights to be upon him. Possibly he needs to move out there, because I know when Genotro was Nigerian coach, he has invited him. He invited him often to come play for Nigeria, but when he puts on the green and white, we don't see the best out of him. But when he goes back to his club, you hear he has scored hat-trick or he has scored brace. So I think he needs to leave that Belgian league, come to the EPL, more like what the guy in Nottingham Forest right now, what's his name? Nigerian striker.
Taiwo.
Yeah. He he should move. Just come to the EPL and let us see you. If we begin to see you week in, week out, then we know the stuff you're made of. But good one for him because he keeps scoring in the Belgian league.
All right, number 3, same guy, Nigeria, Terry Murphy. He scored a bracing Lorient 2-1 league win over Brest. I'm going straight to number 2. I want us to talk about this guy. It's a Nigerian, Rami. I think this guy should come to EPL too. It's also a phenomenal player. Kunle, what do you want to say about him?
Well, I think
Rami is a very good player.
Rami, yes, Rami Benziani. He has held the left back spot in Borussia Mönchengladbach.
Yeah.
He has been there for like 2 or 3 seasons now, and I can say that this guy is one of the best fullbacks. You see, not only is the guy good attacking wise, but he gets goals.
Yeah,
he gets goals. He's their penalty taker, and apart from that, he scores regular goals. He's good in set pieces, and he scores regular goals. He has very good shot. He has very good shot power. He's an all-rounder. So this guy is a gem. I think he's about 27. I can't remember his age now, but he's good. So trust me, this guy, you are going to see more of him in the African top 10 because not only is he good as fullback, but he is a good goal scorer as well.
All right, straight up to our number 1 for this week. I know Robbie is going to say something about this guy, Frimpong. That's his name. He's from Ghana. Who is number 1 top chart for this week. He scored a brace and provided an assist for Bayern Leverkusen win over Schalke 04. Robbie, go for it.
Yeah, as it is, I think it's an amazing thing to see a player as young as a Frimpong to score 2 goals and, just like you rightly said, to provide an assist in the German Bundesliga because as it is right now, most of the North African players that is in the French League 1, in the German Bundesliga are more or less the players that practically hug the headlines. And it is so rare for you to see Ghanaian come up as the top player in our review week in, week out over the past couple of months, or even since we actually started this top 10 category on the show. So I think it's a good one for him going forward. Hopefully we'll get to see more of him as we review African players. And of course, let's see how things go for Mönchengladbach in the German Bundesliga, because right now as it is, it's really not going to be easy for them in the German Bundesliga. And of course, their eye in European football. Let's see how things go for them when in Europe going forward.
Yeah, that's
sorry. Just to add to that, I think we need to look out for the Ghanaian team. I think the Ghanaian team, they're building something.
They're
building a team. They're building a team that would shake Africa. You know,
absolutely.
Take ownership or be in the forefront in the next coming years. Look at the plethora of players they have in Europe right now. So Ghana, they are building something. Look out for the Ghanaian Black Stars.
But Frimpong has not yet played for Ghana.
Yes, I know, but if you look at what, I don't know the name. I'm trying to remember the name of the former manager that has coached the team, coached Newcastle, that is their manager currently.
Otoado.
No, he's working with Otoado right now. He's working with Otoado right now. Chris Hutton, yeah. If you look at it, the structure they have in place right now is something to be worried about, and hopefully it ticks for them, and we see they become that force again, like we used to know them.
All right, guys, this is how far we can go, guys, and I want to thank Ace. Ace, this is your day. This is your last. I mean, you have a very fantastic week. It's good to have you. I mean, it's Arsenal smashing Liverpool, putting them in the mud. You make it so
into
difficult.
The office like a boss tomorrow.
It is what it is. Thank you so much, Ace. Good to have you. Thank you so much. Robbie, thank you so much. One love, bro.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Kunle, how you doing? Thank you so much. All right, guys, this is how far we can roll. So I'm going to leave you guys with this. It is what it is. Please smash the like on the video. Please do that. Everyone, smash the like on the video. Share this content. It is what it is. This is how far we can go. I'm going to leave you guys with this.